Broncos highlights. We're talking Thursday night action moments from now. The Patriots taking on the Colts. Edelman back. What's going on with Gronk? We'll tell you. But let's say what up to Will the Thrill Selva.
Yeah. I love that intro. Thank you, Kay. Good morning to you guys here in New York, and good morning, everyone. Those Fitzmagic T-shirts were a fad, but unlike cutoff jean shorts, they don't appear to be in style anytime soon. You can neatly fold them up and put them away in your drawers. Jameis Winston is back as the starter for the Bucs. Head coach Dirk Cutter making it official. Winston will be under center for the Week 6 matchup against the Falcons. He took over for Ryan Fitzpatrick after an ineffective first half in that blowout loss to the Bears. Cutter giving his reasons for the switch.
It's his combination of experience, talent, and leadership is valued at a very high level here. But at the same time, Jameis Winston is the guy that's going to be here way longer than I am. So, he needs to be out there playing, and he will be unless he gets hurt at Atlanta.
The Chiefs were this close to landing all-pro safety Earl Thomas before he suffered a season-ending surgery. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reporting KC was in the process of creating salary cap space to clear room for Thomas's $8.5 million salary. Now, according to Ian, the Seahawks wanted 2 second-round picks, but then lowered their asking price to 1 second-round pick. What could have been. Now, Thomas obviously injured after a long holdout. ESPN posting a picture on Instagram of Thomas giving half the peace symbol to the Seahawks sideline. Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell responded to it. There it is. SMH, exactly. Get right, bro, Earl Thomas. I'll continue to be the bad guy for all of us. So Le'Veon Bell weighing in on Earl Thomas, as many people did on Twitter, as soon as Earl Thomas was injured. And so Le'Veon, he's keeping an eye on things.
Certainly he is. We appreciate you, Will the Thrill. We'll talk to you throughout the morning here on Good Morning Football. But Week 4, it's in the books. Week 5 begins on Thursday night with an AFC showdown. The Colts visiting the Patriots up in Foxborough. You can see it at 8:20 Eastern right here on NFL Network. And we've got Giardi and Moss on the case. So let's bring them in. I want to talk injuries with both of you. Moss, we'll get to you. Darius Leonard, T.Y. Hilton. It's a short week, but let's start with New England and Mike Giardi with the latest on Rob Gronkowski.
Good morning, Kay. Yeah, a lot of concern about Rob Gronkowski. Left Sunday's game against the Dolphins with an ankle problem in the third quarter. Did not return to the game. Did not do his normal post-game press conference at the podium. Yesterday, the Patriots did not practice, but had they practiced, he would not have gone. They had to release an injury report for that, said he wouldn't have practiced. But the feeling is here, it's not that big a deal. He should be questionable for Thursday. Obviously, if it was a longer week, I don't think there'd be any concern whatsoever. And I still think they feel like Rob Gronkowski will be on the field come Thursday. And then you look at the massive bye week, if you will, a little early bye week where you get the extra 3 days to get that ankle right. He's been bothered by the ankle since prior to the Detroit game. And look, there's been a lot of conversation about him in recent days about whether or not he's lost a step. And he said himself, like, well, look, sometimes it depends on how you feel from day to day. You might feel better that day and you have a little bit more spring in your step. Bill Belichick was asked about it yesterday, said basically the same thing when it comes to Gronkowski. So clearly it's affected him, but to what degree? Well, it hasn't been enough to keep him off the field yet, and they're hoping that it won't keep him off the field for Thursday night. Speaking of Thursday night and those injuries, Randy Moss standing by, and the Colts, Randy, pretty banged up.
Yeah, Mike, Kay mentioned T.Y. Hilton. He's easily the most high-profile name on that list. He's the #1 playmaker on a team that doesn't have all that many playmakers. And unlike Gronkowski, you get the impression from Coach Frank Reich that they won't have T.Y. Hilton on the field Thursday night. Now, on Sunday against the Texans, he first went out with a chest injury early in the game, came back from that, and then he hurt his hamstring. And it's the hamstring that seems to be the big problem right now. The Colts haven't had to go without T.Y. Hilton very often in recent years. He now has 42 consecutive starts, which is number 3 among active NFL players, behind only Demaryius Thomas and Larry Fitzgerald. But that streak is very much in jeopardy. Now, having said that, T.Y. Hilton missed a lot of the game on Sunday, in and out because of those injuries, and Andrew Luck still lit up the Texans by spreading the ball around to guys that a lot of NFL fans might not recognize. Guys like Chester Rogers, Ryan Grant, Zach Pascal, tight end Eric Ebron, and the rookie running back Naheem Hines out of the backfield. Hines is actually the #1 receiver in terms of overall receptions on the Colts team with 22. Now, some other injuries. Kay also mentioned Darius Leonard, the linebacker. He tweaked an ankle. He has 4 sacks right now. Starting quarterback Kenny Clark is in concussion protocol. Never a good thing when you're going against Tom Brady without a starting quarterback. And then on offense, you've got, of course, the tight end Jack Doyle. Running back Marlon Mack. They've missed most of this season. They're a little closer to coming back right now, as is left tackle Anthony Costanzo, who hasn't played at all this season yet. He's got his own hamstring issues. Okay.
Appreciate you, Randy Moss and Mike Giardi. Darius Leonard, a guy who's just been balling throughout the first 4 weeks of the season. 54 tackles, that leads the league, 38 solo tackles. So hopefully they have him out there on a short one to help out their defense against Tom Brady and company. Giardi and Moss were on the case. We appreciate you guys. We'll chat with you a little bit later. Back here at the breakfast table. Ooh, Tom Brady this season, not as, 4 interceptions is sort of wild for Tom Brady.
MVP.
But Idle Dog's coming back on Thursday night. Short week. Is he ready to go, and what impact is it going to have?
Yeah, that's the ultimate question, what impact he's going to have. We know that Julian Edelman is one of the more clutch receivers that we've seen in this last era. I believe he's one of the best playoff receivers I've ever seen in my lifetime. So obviously he's going to help, just giving Tom Brady some comfort in the pocket. Another week of Josh Gordon in the system. I feel like he's going to start to catch a rhythm. You'll see him playing well, deeper downfield. But I'm looking for Gronk, though. We just watched the highlights of KC. Travis Kelce got in the end zone. Hey, Gronk, you being the monster, the best in the league over the last 7 years, go ahead and step up for your guy.
Just 1 touchdown, just 100-yard game.
And he got hurt, and let's see how he is. See how that ankle is. Colts are playing kind of recklessly, kind of rolling the dice. Frank Reich goes for it on 4th and 4 in overtime. That's the opponent I think the Patriots least want to see. A team that really had the Dolphins came in there with a lot on their shoulders and a lot of pressure, and they played tight. Colts, they seem to be loosey-goosey. This, to me, with Frank Reich having a little experience versus Bill Belichick last year in the Super Bowl, I don't know. I think it's kind of exciting.
I like Edelman back. His bro's back. The boys are back in town. Thin Lizzy. I watched Patriots last week, and Brady's throwing to a running back, Cordell Patterson, who he's known for 6 months, and Philip Dorsett, and he put up 38 points. I think Edelman, even just as much as that's my guy, that's my boy in the huddle at the first down marker. I think it's big. I'm all Patriots now.
Edelman's addition, what do you make of that?
I think he'll be good. I think let's just hold off, though, on him just instantly doing this. Remember, it was an ACL, and he missed the first 3 weeks, and he hasn't been in the building. So I don't think we're getting 11 catches for 120 yards from Edelman.
I do.
This week.
He's ready to rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last year,
sure,
over 30%
tab.
of the target share went to Julian Edelman. He's back on Thursday, just in time for this classic AFC rivalry taking center stage Thursday night. Andrew Luck and the Colts coming off a great showing by Andrew Luck, but wanting a win against the Patriots. It's Colts-Patriots when it's on.
It is on, Kay.
Okay, sounds good. Thursday Night Football, October 4th, 8 p.m. on NFL Network, on Fox, and streaming on Prime Video. Up next, NFC East. I'm going to say it's up for grabs.
Okay.
Would you agree with me?
Yeah, the Eagles aren't playing well.
Who's the best team in the division?
You tell me.
Does it rhyme with Schmoshington?
Or maybe it rhymes with Schmallis.
Mikey G will be here.